everybody, welcome to the 2,000 subscriber special. As I said in my last video, I'm going to be doing a Q&A special today. So I had you guys leave me questions in the comments of my last video, and some of you guys decided to kind of leave some funny ones. Like I said in that special, I wouldn't be giving out any personal information, but then, you know, we got a few questions asking for personal information. And it was pretty funny, but for obvious reasons, I can't answer those. So, you know, some of you that asked for my social security number, my credit card information, phone number, mother's maiden name, you know, stuff like that, for understandable reasons, I won't be answering those, but all the other questions I will. Also, just to let you guys know, I did paraphrase some of them, obviously because I had to write them on a sheet of paper that I need to read, but I will be putting up screenshots of all the comments in the screen as I read them. So let's begin. So first off, Theodore's Travels. He is actually another motovlogger from Estonia. He kind of called my bluff a little bit. He said that I wouldn't answer every single question like I said I would, as long as it's not my phone number, address, or social security number. I will more than likely answer it. So he asked, what is my weirdest unfulfilled fetish? Now, unfortunately for you, I'm not a super weird guy. I'm not really into anything weird. However, the whole doctor-patient thing, like the doctor-patient cosplay, that looks like that might be kind of fun to try. So next up, Adrian asks, why did I want to become a motovlogger? So motovlogging is actually something that I came across first when I was a sophomore in high school. So I think that probably would have been 2014. I came across another motovlogger actually here in Lincoln, because this was about the time that I was kind of getting into motorcycles. Like I was about 16. I wanted to buy a bike, but I kind of wanted to learn like how to ride them, how to operate the controls, everything like that. So I came across Husker's GBR. Like I said, he's another motovlogger here in Lincoln. He doesn't really do anything anymore, but he had made a really good video on how to ride a motorcycle. And in that video, he mentioned that he lived in Lincoln, and I was like, what? That's like really cool. So I started watching a lot of his other videos, and then he kind of talked about some other motovloggers, so I started subscribing to them, and I just found it really, really entertaining. Like, just overall, the concept of motovlogging is like really cool to me. When I bought my first bike, I got all of the equipment, like the camera, microphone, everything like that, so that I could start motovlogging, with the reason being that I wanted to help other people get into riding motorcycles. You know, I wanted to give like my advice on some things. I kind of wanted to do a few little like how-to and kind of informational videos and stuff like that, because the biggest thing to me is overall just kind of like, I know it sounds lame, but being safe when it comes to riding. Because, you know, on YouTube you always see videos of bikers running from cops, bikers doing wheelies, bikers racing some fast supercar. You know, you always see those kinds of videos, and to a teenager, a young person, that's what looks cool. That's what those people want to do, and that's the reason that people want to buy bikes, so that they can do stuff like that. And so to me, I kind of just wanted to overall help people get into riding motorcycles safely. Because, I mean, you can still have fun on a motorcycle and be safe. So I guess to kind of summarize it, main reason I wanted to get into motovlogging was, you know, it looks fun. It's something that you can kind of make your own. And I just overall kind of wanted to help people get into motorcycles, and also help maybe the people who can't ride motorcycles for whatever reason kind of live vicariously through me. Joey Garcia wants to know if this channel has any builds or mods. In the past, I have done some bike mod videos. Back when I still had my first bike, I did Vortex clip-on handlebars. I did kind of an install video on those. I recently did an install video on the exhaust that I put on this. And in the future, I would like to do more bike build style videos. I kind of fucked up a little bit with my ZX-12 because I did a lot of stuff on that, but I really didn't know what I was doing, so I kind of like, you know, didn't really want to make a fool out of myself if I didn't really know something. But there was definitely a lot of stuff that I could have made videos on with that. But in the future, I am hoping to build another drag bike, so I will make sure to get more videos on that. So yes, bike mods and bike build videos will be coming up for you. Planet Earth, I like that name. Planet Earth wants to know what I do in my free time other than YouTube. Music is a big hobby of mine. I play drums in a band with some of my friends. I also play guitar. Riding overall, I mean, I don't, you know, just ride for YouTube. I like going for rides with friends and stuff like that. But overall, I mean, work really just kind of takes up a lot of my time. So really, other than, you know, motorcycles and YouTube and stuff, music is probably the biggest hobby that I have. Benjamin Duncan wants to know, what's your dream bike? A Ducati V4. That would definitely be my dream bike. I mean, there's a lot of bikes that I want to get, but I would say overall biggest dream bike would have to be a Ducati V4. They look so goddamn sexy. They sound absolutely amazing. And so if I ever get that bike, that's how I know that I have it made. Drake asks, how many motorcycles do I own? I personally own 2. I own this one and then my ZX-12. And then my girlfriend has a bike too. It is a Lafon KP Mini 150, so it's sort of like a Grom clone, but it is kind of its own thing. It's kind of more of just like the Z125 Grom style bike, but it is a 150cc as opposed to a 125, so that's kind of cool. Christopher asks, what is the first motorcycle I owned? First motorcycle that I owned was a 2015 Honda CBR 300. That is the bike that I kind of started this channel on. So if you go back and look at a lot of my earlier videos, it would be the red bike. And I freaking love that thing. That thing was such an easy bike to ride. It was so comfortable, and I really liked it. If I could have kept that bike and got this, I definitely would have. Ankit, I hope I am getting that name pronunciation right, A-N-K-I-T, wants just kind of a quick description of my bike. So this bike here, I will actually also throw up some pictures for you. It is a 2009 Suzuki GSXR-600. It is a 600cc Super Sport. A couple little things that I have done to it. I have a Voodoo slip-on exhaust on it with a dyno flash tune from Chris Moore at Moore Mafia. And I freaking love the way this bike looks. I love the way the bike rides. I didn't used to be a huge fan of GSXRs because they have just like the one big headlight in the middle. But this bike has really grown on me and I love it a lot. Wadein28 asks, what do I think of Plants vs. Zombies? Plants vs. Zombies, I have not played that game in a long time. I think I probably still would have been in middle school when I played that last, and that I'm 23 now, which that's another question that comes up, but I haven't played that game in a long time, and from what I remember of it, yeah, it was a really fun game. But the issue that I always had was once I got to like a certain level, no matter how I arranged the plants, I would always lose. Like I could not get past a certain level no matter what I tried to do, so it kind of started to piss me off a little bit. But yeah, I haven't played it since any like updates, since like probably 2012. But like I said, it was a really fun game and everything like that, so I have some pretty good things to say about it. Yui Haya, sorry again if I butcher anybody's name, I really apologize. They ask, how am I? How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I really can't complain. Fairly warm temperatures out here. It's just kind of a little bit gloomy. I think there's about a 30% chance of rain later on today. But I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty happy, so I really can't complain, and I hope you're doing well yourself too. Jason Candy says, how old are you and when is your birthday? As I said earlier, I am 23 years old and my birthday is March 1st. Oddly enough, that is actually Nebraska's birthday as well, Nebraska being the state that I live in. Crispy Potato, I love that name too, asks, what is my top speed? I don't know if you necessarily mean like top speed on my bike or the top speed I have ever been. Top speed I have ever been that I saw on my speedometer was about 142, but I think I still went a little bit past that. And that is on this bike. I have not even tested the top speed on the ZX-12. I am scared to do that, but I know that thing will cook like no other. Slavic Uwu says, what type of music do I listen to? Mostly I listen to rock, kind of more like hard rock, I'd say. Bands like Breaking Benjamin, Shinedown, Avenged Sevenfold, you know, kind of like the newer hard rock bands. But honestly, I pretty much listen to like literally everything. I listen to anything from jazz all the way to rap. Like, I would probably say rock is more of my favorite type of genre. That's probably the one that I listen to the most. But there's really not any type of music that I don't like, period, you know? So, rock, but mostly listen to anything. Reed Johnson says, when am I going to do a Harley video? Well, Reed, since I know you personally, you know how to contact me. If you ever want to be in any videos, man, you know, just hit me up. And also that goes for anybody else who also lives here in Lincoln. If you have a bike and you want to ride and you want to be in a video, you can always message me on Instagram. And like I said, I'm always down to meet, you know, my subscribers. If any of you ever want to ride with me or hang out, I'm willing to do that. Wonky Wah asks, how do you think Josh did against Josh? You know, I had a lot of faith in Josh. He didn't do as well as I thought he was going to do. I definitely was quite surprised to see that Josh won against Josh. But you know what? I think Josh overall did pretty good out there. I think he gave it his all. But, you know, I mean, you got to give it to Josh. He held his own and he did a fantastic job. Well, guys, that does it for all the questions. If you've made it this far in the video, again, thank you so much for helping me get to 2,000 subscribers. You have absolutely made my week by making this happen. And I want to thank each and every single one of you. And I hope you'll stick around. Got some good stuff planned for this year, especially with the race bike and everything like that. But guys, thanks for checking out the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And also, if you guys ever have any other questions, you know, just leave them in the comments. I always do my best to respond to each and every comment that I get. So thanks for watching, guys. If you have not subscribed, please be sure to do that. We're going to have some good content coming out here soon. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.